guys, it's me, Caitlin, and today's video is going to be another my experience video, and this is going to be my Where We Are tour experience video. I went to the concert up in LA, in Pasadena. I went to the concert up in Pasadena actually, and I went to the third night at the Rose Bowl, so it was on September 13th, and it was actually Niall's 21st birthday, and it was actually a week ago today that I went. And yeah, I had 4 seats. My section was B6, and my tickets were originally for row 17, but I actually sat in row 1 because there was an open seat and my friend was up there, so I just sat next to her until I got moved, which was just like towards the end of One Direction. The person finally came, so I got moved back to my seat, but I just sat in row 1 because no one was there and security didn't really care. Security was pretty strict about where you went. If you were on the floor, you could not go past where your section was. So like my friend was in A4 and we weren't allowed to go up to see her before the concert because they would not let you go past them. So security was strict, but the people by us were okay, and they just understood that my friend was there, so they just let me stay there since there was an open seat. For some reason, I remember we left at 8:02 in the morning and we drove up to LA and we hit a little bit of traffic, but we got up there at like before 11, I think, and we went originally to our hotel first, and our hotel was right by the Staples Center. So that would have been perfect if the concert was at the Staples Center, but it wasn't. But so we went to our hotel by the Staples Center and we checked in, but the hotel room wasn't ready, so we couldn't really check in. So we got back in the car and we left. My parents wouldn't let me go to the 5-star hotel, so we went straight to Pasadena, and we ended up going to this little mall, they called it, but it wasn't a mall at all. But it was just this little shopping center. They had a couple stores, but not many. And we went and had lunch at BJ's. They were filming a commercial in the shopping center, so it was cool seeing them film right there. We got back in the car and it was like 100 degrees out and I was sweating to death. Drove to the Rose Bowl because it was right there, and my parents dropped me off, and I only brought 1 bottle of water with me, which I regret 100% because the only water they had was Dasani water. Like, that's it. They had no Arrowhead or any other types of water. They only had Dasani, and that gives me headaches, so I was just like dead, and the only thing I could drink was soda. So that wasn't really good. So that happened. But I got dropped off and I walked alone to the area. So Kiss FM was having a pre-concert thing each day. So I went first to the buses. I went and checked out what was going on by the buses. And there were a bunch of girls in like One Direction merch and like their own homemade 1DTs just like standing over there waiting for Jake Miller because he was performing at the Kiss party. But then I went to the Kiss FM area. I went and then there was food in there that you could get, and then the stage, and people were waiting for the acts to come on stage, and I tried finding shade. I found shade, I sat down, and then I remembered, oh, Michelle's here, I should figure out where Michelle is, and I found out Michelle was in her car in the parking lot, and there was like an actual parking lot area, and then there was a golf course that a lot of people parked on. So she was over there, so I had to go find her, and that took me a good like 30-40 minutes trying to find her. I'm not kidding you, I could not find her at all, and then I found her dad, and then she came back because she went looking for me too, and then we hugged each other and we got into her car. We were in her dad's car for a good 30 minutes just in the AC because it was hot out, and then we got out of the car and went back to the Kiss FM party because we wanted to see B. Miller and try to meet her. We ended up meeting B, so that was really cool, and then I actually met her later on that day again. But pretty much we watched B perform one song, I got a soda, and then we went and sat down in some shade, and then we were sitting there, and then I was like, oh, I have to meet up with Lauren. I have to meet Lauren, which is one of my Twitter mutuals, and I tried looking for her, but I couldn't find her. But actually Francis spotted me and like screamed Kate and attacked me while we attacked each other. I wish someone got it on camera, but we didn't. We just have it in our heads to remember. But pretty much I got to meet Francis, and then her mom left her and she stayed with me most of the time. Actually the whole time she stayed with me. I was with her most of the night, pretty much all night. Then Francis and I went back over to Michelle, and then we went over to the buses to see what was happening, and nothing was really happening. And then I went to first aid because I got really bad blisters because I wore Converse for some reason. So they put like this moleskin, I think that's what it's called, it was something like that, on my ankles, on like my heels, and I could not feel a thing after that because it felt so good. I didn't feel any pain. But then I got blisters on my toes, and they're still there and they still hurt. So I was in that air-conditioned first aid room for about like 20 minutes. Michelle, Francis, and I kind of split up. I was with Francis and Michelle went back to her dad, and Francis and I went back over to the kiss area and we met B. Miller again, and then I got to see Allison again, and I hadn't seen Allison in a couple months, since June, so that was really nice seeing Allison, and her picture was adorable together. And then I tried meeting up with Cass, but I didn't end up meeting up with her, so I feel really bad about that. We were like, wait a second, we had to go line up because one of my friends told me she was in line and was about to get in. So we called up Layla. I called up Layla and I'm like, Layla, where are you? And I tried calling her mom to tell her mom, like, hey, I'm coming over with Francis. Be prepared to get this on video, because Francis and her have been in the group chat for like 3 months now and they have never met. So we were like, we're doing this. So we kind of went the wrong way, and we walked all the way literally around the Rose Bowl to the other side of the Rose Bowl to get into the F gate, because we thought we would have to go on that side when really we could have gotten in any gate. And so we get there and there's this ginormous line, and we walk down it like 20 times. We go back and forth, not really, we went back about 2 times, and we kept on screaming Layla, and Layla would not answer because she was not there. So then we went up to the front of the line, and there was a long line for nothing, because really people were only just walking up and there were short lines to get in. So then we got through security. We walked through the little tunnel thing, and we went down to our section, and we were like, where's Layla? And we knew she was in A4, so we walked up and we tried getting into A4 so we could go like scare her and surprise her, but security of course would not let us do that. So then we screamed Layla, or I think we called her, I don't really remember, and then we went over to our section and she walked over, and her sister could not get the phone to work to record the meeting, so I recorded it, but her sister took forever. So then her sister finally got it to work, and then Layla came over and they hugged and all of this. And so then Layla and Francis met, and then we just hung out in the first row of B6, and we just sat there the whole time, and we were just chilling and talking. And about like 20 minutes before the concert started, I got up and I went to the back between the B section and the C section, and I went to go meet up with Jania, I think you say, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think it's Jania, but I met up with her, like I was supposed to be meeting up with her and like meeting her, but then I saw a bunch of my other friends, and then I saw her, and like we hugged, and I hugged all my friends, and I got pictures with my friends. And then I saw Marnie, and Marnie had met 5 Sauce like an hour before, maybe 30 minutes before, and so I attacked Marnie and I was like, how was it? And she was like, good. And then she walked away, and then I went back to my seat, and then we waited for Jamie Scott to come on. He came on, he was really good, and then 5 Sauce came on stage, and I was next to Francis the whole time, so it was really cool being next to someone I knew. So me and Francis were freaking out. We recorded and took pictures, all of this, and then they got off stage, and then Layla came over, and then a bunch of stuff happened. I met Lil C, which is a band from Australia that they know 5 Sauce, they're friends with 5 Sauce. They opened up for 5 Sauce, I'm pretty sure, in Australia at the beginning of the year, and I met them. We had no clue who the heck they were, and they were getting mobbed in the A section, and then they were walking in the place, were like trying to move them, security and stuff, and I got a picture with 2 of them. I met Oliver and one of the other guys, and then 2 others walked by me and stuff. And then that happened, and then I found out they were Lil C once I got back to my hotel. And then I met Stalker Sarah again, and then I met, before the concert actually, Demi Lovato's little sister and her mom walked by us, and I didn't know it was her, but Francis got a picture with her sister, and then I was like, who's that? And she's like, Madison Lovato, and then I flipped out because I would have liked a picture with her. And then also, Emery Kelly, he is in, I totally forgot the name of the band right now, but he's in a band, Forever in Your Mind. They were formed on X Factor, and pretty much I haven't listened to Forever in Your Mind really, so I haven't heard their music, so I need to do that. But anyways, so pretty much he started walking past us, because most of the celebrities walked right past us. And I was like, I know that guy, and I was talking to the girls around us, and we were like, oh, it's Emery. So then I was like, hey, Emery, can I get a picture? And the security said no, and he just kept on walking, and then 2 minutes later, I swear to God, he popped up behind us, and he's like, okay, he wants a picture, and I was just like, what? So I got a picture with him, and then everyone else did, and then he went up to the section in front of us, and I was like, hey, Emery, can I get a hug? And he came over and gave me a hug, and then he stood in front of my seat like for 5 minutes taking pictures with fans, and security was trying to get him to move, and he wouldn't move, and I was just like, meanwhile, Emery Kelly's like a millimeter away from me. I'm not kidding you. Like, I was on his back because I got squished up against him. But Emery was so sweet, and he was really hot in person, to tell you the truth. So that was great meeting him. And then One Direction came on stage. They were amazing. Niall came on stage with balloons on his back. It was perfect. It was his 21st birthday. Words cannot describe how amazing they are live. And it was just mind-blowing. I couldn't believe I was seeing them for the second time. They were really good. And it was much better than last year's show, even though I did like Take Me Home a lot. I did like Where We Are a little bit more. I have like a 40-minute video of all of One Direction from the Rose Bowl, like all my concert footage down below. I'll put the link to it. And then I'll put my 5 Sauce video down below. But it was really cool seeing all of them live again. And Jamie Scott did a really good job. But Jamie Scott's family was right by us when he was on stage, so it was kind of cool, like, seeing them right there. I thought it was Niall Horan's family at first, then I realized, oh no, it's Jamie's family, because they had passes that said Jamie Scott on them. Traffic was kind of bad getting out. My friend's mom and my friend took me to my hotel. They left San Diego at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and they didn't get up there till right before One Direction was on stage, but they took me home. And it was cool, like, being there with Andrea, even though we weren't by each other. It was just, like, cool. Oh, I went home with Andrea and her mom, and they took me to my hotel, and I didn't go to bed till 3 a.m. Okay, guys, so that's the end of my Where We Are tour experience video. If you guys have any more questions, make sure to leave them down below. Or I could maybe make an Ask FM so you guys can ask me them. I don't know. If I do, I'll put it down below. But I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. If you saw One Direction on their Where We Are tour, or if you've ever seen One Direction, or if you've ever seen 5 Sauce or Jamie Scott, tell me down below. I'd love to know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh, and leave me video requests down below, because I've had a video maker's block. I don't know what I'm saying, but I have not had any ideas lately, so comment down below what you guys want to see and I'll make those videos. If you guys want to see what's my backpack or a makeup tutorial, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!